All right.
Submissions
Well,
earning right here.
Money.
we'll see what
Money.
happens. I mean, we're ready for game one, so the people are about to find out if they're right or wrong right about now. Let's jump into game number one, Tower Control on Anchovy Games. And here today we got Ray the Gamers in the green for our matchup one and OwO in the purple. Let's get to it for our second series of the day. And IPS as our analyst. What are you seeing out of these two teams' comps?
So we got double backline coming out from the side of regular gamers. We got CJ and Ballpoint. So we got basically Ray spamming, possibly more aggressive backline with the Ballpoint. Interested to see here. They also have double armor, so it's gonna be quite the interesting comp. Meanwhile, on the side of OwO Gang, you have a more traditional comp. You got the Nautilus, you got the K-Shot and the Zap and the Firefin Charger. So this will be quite interesting to see who will win, the unorthodox comp or the orthodox comp. So currently right now, though, OwO Gang already making a push, but Ray does come out, though, from the side of regular gamers.
I personally have to disagree with regular gamers comp, especially for tower control. I don't see how double backline is going to help you here. Because you need to, especially on Anchovy games, because you got to add a lot of pressure in order to win. And that's exactly what OwO Gang is doing right now, as regular gamers are in a tight spot already.
Yeah, and
right now, though, Timon coming with those picks, though, kind of helping keep his team in it.
Yeah, Timon definitely popped off last week. Sleepy getting the kill back in return. But I'm curious, maybe regular gamers is going with this comp not because they wanted to do it, but because they have different teams members in today. I haven't seen Dave play, and maybe he just is a Jet Sculpture main and Timon is the Ballpoint, and they don't want to change weapons. That's the only thing I can really think of.
I mean, we did see Timon goes to the S last week, so this is kind of surprising. But we'll see eventually. There's still 3 minutes left in this game, and it does seem like the push of the OwO Gang is getting stopped.
I'm really interested to see Sleepy here / Epic Spy here on this Charger, and he finds another pick. He is so amazing to me. Like he is such an underrated Charger here in this community. He needs more credit.
Under pressure,
we'll go down to that Ballpoint. So now we see regular gamers making their own push 3-3 situation here, and Timon actually one going aggressive here. Is maybe gonna get one, might be able to get two, does get two down the side of the OwO Gang. This might be the push that they need.
Yeah, definitely need the lead here. Timon, definitely an MVP for regular gamers. They just jump off. Okay, now they get the lead. They don't make me a liar. Thank you, guys.
Sleepy, you're trying to find a pick. Does have bomb rush at the ready, so.
Zach, are you shaking your boots already? Because
no, again, we see this crazy strategy from OwO Gang, letting regular gamers take a little bit of that lead. They're feeling good. They know what they're doing, guys. They're way above your level of comprehension.
You know what? Maybe you're right, because as we can see here, we see this Nautilus on the inject, but he can take him down. Ooh, a nice shot by Epic. A nice shot there. And now OwO Gang looking to come back into mid and maybe counter push now, hopefully.
Right now, it seems like OwO Gang needs to try to displace Timon. As you're looking at the KS right now, the one putting in the most work is Timon. He has been making those pushes. He's been stopping those pushes. So they definitely need to try to make sure he goes down before they really do anything else.
Pick on that try. 2 down on the side of regular gamers. This is OwO Gang opportunity. They need to get on that tower and keep the pressure going before the members are going down. Like now, oh maybe not the K-Shot finds a pick. He's still alive and his missiles ready. Oh no, but he gets taken down by the Tri-Flasher there. OwO Gang making a push though, providing a lot of pressure. Regular gamers need to get the special to stop this push from happening. Oh, a nice shot there by Epic Spy though. 2 down, Trey. Were they able to get the lead? Wow. No, regular gamers stopped them. That's not regular gamers on the defense. You see, Timon is. I underestimated Timon on this Ballpoint. He's doing really well here for himself.
I mean, he put in work week 1 as well. I mean, Timon has been popping off the regular gamers, and so far holding on that 3-point lead, but 2 go down. So maybe this is another chance for OwO to get the win here.
Right now, regular gamers needs to try to get their specials and needs to not feed in here because they don't have much to defend. really it's just a checkpoint. That's the win. As I say that, the Tri-Slasher does go down. And
no, that's going to be
pretty close game lead. Capos, let's go down though.
it's
time
so
on
close.
here maybe might be able to stop it.
Chloe goes down.
Chloe just
Oh,
goes
and
down.
Big Spawn with the shot though. He got the shot. That was a clutch shot there by the Charger on OwO Gang. He gave it all up. He needed that shot and he got it. And this is going to be game. OwO Gang is going to win.
Razzler dropping down, maybe to make something happen. Does go down though. And yeah, that's another wipe on regular gamers, and that might be game.
Yeah.
Gosh, Zach. Stop it. My goodness. Holy cow. All right. A good match. OwO Gang taking that first victory over regular gamers. Zach is hyped, but I definitely a close matchup there. Shogun taking the 14 KA as the leader there. But man, that was a close matchup, and it just feels like regular gamers is a super aggressive team, always getting leads, but IPS, it just doesn't seem like they have the defense set up always that they need to have once they have that lead.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go off a limb here and say honestly, Taimon was the only real presence that whole game. He was getting picks to stop certain pushes. He was getting picks to start pushes. Meanwhile, it seemed like the rest of regular gamers was struggling to even get a footing in or get any picks, and were kind of just going in, dying for trades or just dying in general. Honestly, that pick of double backline didn't really work for the defense as you'd think it would. So I feel like right now, regular gamers needs to go back, get an actual better comp maybe going, and maybe try to work together more as a team and play more patient, because it honestly seems like at the end there they could have maybe given the lead to OwO Gang and then make their own push, since it was only a lead to around 40. But in the end, they just got themselves wiped and made it pretty much a lead that was unwinnable. So hopefully those regular gamers might be able to change some stuff up for the next game.
Yeah, Stormy, what was your take on that game?
I'm gonna cover again some slack here. But the way they played, it seemed like they are better skill-wise. Because I'm going to be honest, it shouldn't have been that close. With the comp OwO Gang had, they should have been taking it to them the whole time. They should have most likely KO'd, which they probably would have if they had more time. But it shouldn't have been that close, in my opinion, especially with the comp they were running. So when regular gamers get a better comp, they can take it back and win.
All right, well, we'll see. We got 15 seconds till match 2. Zach, are you going to predict a 3-0 swipe for OwO Gang over regular gamers now?
100%, and if they don't, it's because of their skill and their mind tricks on regular gamers.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we are ready for match number 2. OwO Gang looking for that 2-0. Regular gamers looking to tie us up at 1 apiece. Going back to Black Belly Skate Park for some Rainmaker. This time around, we're going to see regular gamers here in the teal and OwO Gang in the magenta colors here. And some new weapons coming out here for both teams.
So we're seeing here on the side of OwO Gang, again, a pretty generic comp other than that brush. We see, of course, the famous Ray on Black Belly Rainmaker already coming out there. Meanwhile, on the side of regular gamers, a pretty reflex comp, but dropping the double backline, grabbing a Dynamo, a Splash, Zap, and a Ballpoint. So definitely that Splash maybe for the quick pop with the Bomb Rush. Very interested to see how they're going to play this out here. Hammer does come out from the side of here. He does get a pick there on Taimon, and that's going to be the start of a push for OwO Gang.
There's only 2 left for regular gamers too already. This is going to be a pretty big push.
Chalice is no one to stop him. They're just going to go straight to 17 there. Now we see here Dave trying to maybe get that pick on the jump. Does get it, but is going to go down to Matt. Matt here now going to try and make a push himself, but he's going to back up this time. On time is going to get that pick now, and now we're going to see regular gamers get a chance to push here.
Alright, well, Chloe's going to be on that Rainmaker. Let's see, they're going to push down this left quarter, which of course we always say is one of the hardest pushes, already one going down, and they are not in a good position, and that's going to be the end with a wipe even.
Straight up wipe there. Callus here now is going to take the Rainmaker and another push opportunity for OwO Gang. Ancient does come out from the side there, and Dynamo's going to drop down looking for that pick. Is going to get it just in time. Now it's only CJ alive here on the side of OwO Gang. Might try to keep this right side, but might have to back. Flash is going to rush him. He's going to keep his ground. Might do the range trader. Does go down. The Ray is down now on the side of OwO Gang. 2 go down now. This might be the chance for your gamers to push. And they got to maybe try push mid here because against Ray, pushing left just isn't as optimal. But as I say that, they're just going to go left.
Doesn't seem like Regular Gamers is too coordinated on this map and mode. It seems like they are kind of just playing the individual game, but Timon maybe is good enough to just make that happen. Can he find a third pick on the Rainmaker? This would be huge. If that's possible, Stingray, though, is going to be there. If not, and again, their push is stopped right at 80 and another wipe. This is just going straight back the way of OwO Gang.
Yep, now we see this OwO Gang is going to push once again. Ray at the ready for Sleepy. He's probably going to pull it out here. Does pull it out. Maybe looking for that pick on Timon. Does get Timon. Unfortunately, Ranger's still going to go down. And once again, Sleepy on OwO Gang is the last one alive there. Is going to probably get chased. But Sleepy there going to get the trade. So now we see a situation where OwO Gang still kind of has control in mid, but Regular Gamers has the Rainmaker.
This game just feels like it's deja vu, I swear. If Regular Gamers push down this left side again, I'm going to be feeling the frustration. I mean, this is just back and forth in this corridor, and OwO Gang every time is going to get more points than Regular Gamers ever will going this way.
Yeah, they got to try notice that right now, pushing left isn't working. They got to push somewhere else. They try to go on this left side, and someone just rushes, or the Ray comes out. You see here again, Timon doesn't go down though. He dies to the Rainmaker barrier actually, so Timon here is going to keep the control here. Is only Junior actually alive on the side of OwO Gang as his teammates now respawn. Right now, Regular Gamers is going to have to try push, but maybe not too rash as all of OwO Gang is waiting there. He does just go though. Yeah, right now though, if some Regular Gamers can play off that, that can be fine, but Ray does come out from the side of OwO Gang, so that push might be over here, especially if Callus just grabs that and takes it out of there.
I mean, it seems silly to me to be that aggressive with the Rainmaker. You know you got to get to 17 to take the lead, and going in 1v4, yeah, you're going to get some points, but you're still down by 20. It didn't help you get the victory, and that just seems like Regular Gamers is not as coordinated as they were last week.
Yeah, definitely. In that situation there.
Yeah, indeed, because they keep pushing over to that left side, and that can only do so much, and it makes it hard for your teammates to play off of that. And that's why they're stuck here right now. They need to take it up the middle when they get picks like this, but it looks like OwO Gang has them locked out right now, and they're going to have problems getting back in, especially with the difference with the Ray here. That's pretty much a GG Ray. This could be game.
I feel like another main thing is, you see, if you're going to push that far and that aggressive, you got to work off the bomb rush from that splash to be able to get that quick block in to get another push going, which I haven't seen all this game. I honestly haven't seen much with specials in general this game. I haven't seen any armors come out from the Dynamo, and I haven't seen much bomb rush coming out from the splash, it being honestly one of the most spammiest bomb rush weapons. Dave here is going to try to survive. Matt is going to fail to get that pick. Hammer does come out on the side, and a bomb finishes the game.
Yeah, that is the game. OwO Gang gonna go up 2-0 already over Regular Gamers. We have seen Regular Gamers in this position before against Kraken Warriors, and they were able to take us to a Game 5, so this series is definitely not over. But OwO Gang up 2-0, feeling good. Sleepy, Kalos, and Shogun all taking 16 and 15 KA. The whole team popping off. And Stormy, it just seemed like OwO Gang knew what they were doing on this map and mode, and that really was what got them the victory.
Yeah, most definitely. It seemed like they were super coordinated. They understood what they needed to do, kept the mid-session locked down, got that first push, and just didn't take their foot off the gas, especially on the defensive side. Always had their Ray ready, playing very fundamental, basic, competitive platoon, which is why they won that game.
Yeah, and I think you're saying very basic, and that is never described Regular Gamers. They are not a typical competitive Splatoon team. And, you know, we've seen them backed in the corner 2-0 like this before. Zach, what percentages do you give them to push us to a Game 5 still?
Well, we've seen it again and again. OwO Gang taking over the world one step at a time. This is no surprise here. I could see this going to a Game 5 just for mind games from OwO Gang to Regular Gamers. But if that does happen, I trust the process. I trust the process.
Yeah. And it's just interesting to me, not that I think, Dave coming in for regular gamers is a bad player or anything. We haven't watched him the whole time. I don't know his stats. But maybe it's the team that is without their team captain right now, Cosby not able to play here today. IPS, do you think that could be a big factor here, maybe for regular gamers not looking as coordinated this week?
I mean, that possibly could be a factor, to be fair. I mean, if you have your team captain out there, it could be morale down, of course, and situations like that. But I think the main thing about improving as a team, you got to learn to be able to play without certain players. You're never going to get anywhere if you can't play without your captain, for example, because your captain's not going to be always available. An example I want to definitely look at is, for example, Persistence. They were a team that, if the situation called, they could play without Stormy, since, of course, he wasn't always available, as you saw even in the finals of last season. They were still able to bring it to finals even without Stormy. So
yeah,
that's definitely a thing that regular gamers got to go out there. Another thing, honestly,
well, we got to get into Game 3 IPS, but we'll talk about that more in game. Regular gamers right now needing a win. They've definitely been in this position before and built back into a series, so it's definitely possible. I'm loving seeing Chloe back on this Hydra. Chloe used to play in Season 1, the OG, and that Hydra was a lethal weapon for her going back in the day. But IPS, what else are you seeing from these teams as far as their weapon choices?
Well, we have a massive comp change coming for regular gamers, and we were saying they were not usually regular, but right now this is a pretty regular comp coming out for them. K-Pro, K-Shot, Zap, and Hydra. Honestly, most unorthodox weapon there is Hydra, and meanwhile on the side of Wolfgang, you got something a little bit different with the Brush and Expo. It is going to be double baller and lots of paint. So, just see where it's going to go down, and Chloe does get that pick on the... Ooh. She's going to get double here. Be able to flick that brush there that was trying to go for the flank, and this is a chance for regular gamers to get control and take a flank here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Chloe on that Hydra is something else, and we're seeing why it's such a good weapon for her. Maybe this is their ticket to get their first victory of the series here.
You see right now, OwO Gang's pretty backed up, and regular gamers is a bunch of clams. I say that as one that goes down with most of the clams, so you're going to have to see here if regular gamers can actually get together with those clamps and make a push that's actually going to be able to snowball and go through OwO Gang.
No one's scoring here yet, which is kind of surprising here on Inkblot, but lots of claims on the side of regular gamers. If they can get a pick or two here, this would be the chance to do it. But of course, as I say that, I have cursed them and all go down.
That's going to be a wipe as the regular gamers. Callus is going to score the first power climb, and it's going to be the start of a big push for OwO Gang, especially if they can keep control, get more picks. You see, just Dave here just drops, and he's just going to go down. Timon as well, though Timon does get a pick on Sleepy. Maybe get a double here. And that's going to be a wipe on the side of OwO Gang there. Pretty risky drop by Dave, but Timon does come in there with his teammates to be able to clutch it up there. Right now, regular gamers has control of mid, but doesn't have control of the basket as respawns do come in for OwO Gang. So right now, they're going to have to try to make a push in again and get clams as well.
Yeah, it's feeling tough for regular gamers. Honestly, it feels like Timon is the one to have to really win this game. It seems like if he's not getting 2 or 3 kills before going down, it's really hard for regular gamers to get much done. And they're able to trade a kill back and forth here, but regular gamers right now need a lot of clams. They need a lot of momentum because they're struggling with only 2.5 minutes to go.
Definitely. Right now we're just seeing here regular gamers being pushed back in a position that they were in when they got pushed first. So if they can get out of this position with these missiles, OwO Gang can also just get regular gamers, kill them again, and just basically make another push. And we see here Shogun's going with the ball, or maybe try to get that pick on time on the Booyah Bomb. Does get dropped on that brush though, and that will kill the brush.
Yeah, but what can they do after this? You see, they're able to get a pick, but then afterwards one of their players go down, and they're not really taking advantage of these 4v3 situations which they often find themselves in. But you can see right after that, they just go down 2 to 3. So regular gamers is not able to stay alive to get that paint right now and to create any pressure on the map.
You're seeing right now that OwO Gang is making another one of the pushes. Timon here is trying to get the picks. Is going to get one of the power clams. Matt is going to go behind though. Is going to score the clam. But that's actually
almost
just going to give a
worse.
free pay to regular game. That's actually going to give a free pay to regular gamers there. So
Yeah.
regular gamers can just work together, take those 2v1 plays, possibly even 3v2s, and just get the picks they need. As I said, they do get the brush. Maybe time when those go down, though, unfortunately. There is one in mid and alone. That is the zap. There's the situation right now in mid. Chloe does pop armor.
Can they get that
Might see a push
explosher,
from the
though?
gamers here.
They do, finally.
They do have to get a splasher. There is one in mid, but Chloe's going to go in and score the clam. Brushes come behind to get that pick. 3 now are bunched in that basket. Dave's going to throw a Booyah Bomb there, maybe to find a pick or a couple picks.
Nope. I was
Tyler's
gonna say he was
gonna
jumping in with
there
that
in
super
risky
climb. He
position.
had a chance to score and get that score really close, but just another uncoordinated push coming out from regular gamers. When you have your backline Hydra going in first to get that super climb in, I don't feel like that gives you a chance to follow up with any other pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the rest of the team was there. I feel like they just didn't try to fall out. DC, though, on the side of regular gamers, and that is extremely unfortunate. And as we see right now, jumps going in, I think, now for the side of OwO Gang.
That could lead to
That
a
actually might
KO.
just be
3
game.
super clams ready to go. One of them goes down.
The
But
last one
that's
didn't jump in, so...
Unfortunate.
Oh, but Matt comes in and scores in.
Yeah, unfortunate for regular gamers. On top of already losing out early, they have a DC within the last minute, pretty much making it impossible for them to come back there. And OwO Gang is going to take this series 3-0 with Shogun and Kalos both getting 13 and 12 KA respectively. And unfortunately, we thought this series, I think, would be a lot closer, but OwO Gang, just as Zach predicted somehow, gonna take the 3-0 victory. Zach, how did you know?
Well, clearly, I mean, everything was set in stone from the beginning that OwO Gang was indeed going to 3-0.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say 3-0?
Yeah, they 3-0'd them.
You're the worst.
We saw some insane strategies today where OwO Gang even called up Reggie himself to make sure that a member DC'd from regular gamers just to secure that victory in the end. Just some crazy, crazy strategies coming out from OwO Gang today.
Oh my gosh, Zach, you're
Honestly,
the worst. But I love you, and IPS.
So I'm gonna
give
say
us
two
some
things.
real
First of
thoughts.
all,
Yeah.
well, Zach, I'll give it to you this time. You actually made a good prediction.
Yeah.
And second thing, honestly, I remember last week when it was Red Sun versus OwO Gang. I remember I mentioned that OwO Gang had to go back to the drawing board, see what they did wrong against Red Sun, and work on that. And honestly, seems like they did. Seems like they actually went back, worked on that, and came back a stronger team. Even against that DC, they were just winning that last game, honestly. They had a lot of control. Other than that, though, one thing I did notice, honestly I've noticed right now with regular gamers, I feel like they have a lot of players, which means they have like a lot of rosters possibly that can play at a certain time. So I feel like maybe something they got to improve on is playing with certain rosters, maybe trying to mix and match certain players to see which rosters work best and to see which weapons those players got to play when they're playing together to avoid things such as possibly something like double backline and other irregular comps. But, maybe an off week for regular gamers. Who knows? But definitely a OwO Gang.